Huntington Bank Stadium. Sometimes it just seems the electricity is turned up for Saturday night college football on EA Sports. It's the Washington Huskies and the Minnesota Golden Gophers. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline.
The Golden Gophers have one of the most unique on-campus stadiums in college sports. Formerly playing in the Vikings home field, now back on campus, Huntington Bank Stadium has brought that college spirit back to Minnesota. Back to you.
All right, Holly. The Golden Gophers ready to put toe to leather, and here we go. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Slips through the line. Got a little room. Can they catch him? They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
And this place was going bananas. It was going nuts. The atmosphere was incredible. But how about the visitors setting the tone? The opening kickoff return, taking it back to the house. And now, guys, it's gotten really, really quiet.
A rather inauspicious start with the kickoff out of bounds and great field position for this offense. Ball is coming out to the 40 after that penalty on the kickoff. Taylor has it. Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. They'll go right back to him. And they're able to get him on the ground. Now trying to keep this drive alive on 3rd and long from the 45. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Taylor. He's going to lose a yard on that one. And the Golden Gophers will send out the punt unit. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. Makes a catch at the 10. Cover guys getting down to do their job, and they'll stop him at the 15. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Play action with Williams. Unloads to the wideout. Makes the grab. It's Williams. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work. That last big play, one that can really jumpstart a drive. It's 1st and 10 from the 47. Good, solid tackle.
You know, you got to be careful as a QB throwing to your running back in man coverage. If there's a linebacker draped all over him, then that ball's not going anywhere. You just saw it right there. Better play by the defense.
And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making a good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
3rd down from the gun, Williams. Fires to the wideout. Working on the right. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28. And the Huskies have their offense in high gear. Gets the back moving. Throwing, Williams. A shot toward the end zone. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Huskies.
Yeah, and that's simple, but it's not easy. It's a go route. Like that receiver's streaking straight down the outside of the field, and my job as a quarterback is to put that ball up in the air, keep it away from the safety. He does just that. Receiver comes down with the catch. Nice pitch, nice catch, touchdown.
14, Minnesota, 0.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. To the air, it's Lindsey. Here comes the heat. Snagged out of the air. And they knock him down. There was nowhere to go. Defense is swarming. The Golden Gophers line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. To the ground to try to pick up the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Might as well give it to him again.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
The run inside. It's Taylor. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a 3rd down and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws for the tight end. Got his man downfield. Runs it all the way down, almost to the 10. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 12. And the Golden Gophers with the 1st and 10. Trying to run, it's Taylor. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. He'll try it again. Not much of a gain there on the ground, and that will do it for the first quarter. So they had a chance to talk over this 3rd down play to open the period. Motion from the wideout. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. They're setting up the screen. That was an important stop there as they try to hold them to a field goal on this drive. Now it looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. Between the uprights, it's good. Now the lead is down to 11.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. Williams. They're working that left side. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Williams will pass. Makes the grab. Breaks into the open. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. A productive play is one that gets you at least halfway to another 1st down here on 1st and 10. Running inside, it's Washington. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Play fake, Williams. Throws to the wideout. It's picked off, and that's number 10. Takes it the other way. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. This offense has it with really good field position. He'll start this drive firing. Taken in by Smith on the right side. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Fires to the big fella. He's stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. On target. Touchdown, Golden Gophers! Haul that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score. These two have spent plenty of time together. That was almost telepathic, David.
No doubt, and quarterbacks and wide receivers throw all off-season to get on the same page. You can see he hits him in stride. That's why he gets the touchdown.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. The Huskies offense out there and ready to go. Things got off to a good start with a touchdown on the opening drive and then quickly went to pot with a pick on the second one, and now they'll see if they can find the middle with this 3rd possession. Williams under fire. Finds a man on the right. Good call, good execution as they move the chains and they have a first down at the 38. They had the perfect play to open the drive, and now they'll snap it again from the 38. And the defense making a play, getting a hand on that pass. The margin for error is so small in this conference. It's really imperative to get off to a good start in Big Ten play.
Especially, Reese, since you're adding so much talent now to this conference. But yeah, year in and year out, you know the mainstays in this conference, but there's always some surprises, and I'll be interested to see how everybody starts off this season. Listen, this is your first opportunity, Palmer, in conference play, in a major conference, obviously in the Big Ten, to make your first statement.
And it's going to be taxing all season long for these players. Physically, obviously, and you expect that in the Big Ten Conference. But now adding all those West Coast teams, these guys are going to be flying back and forth across the country a lot this year. They have to get off to a fast start today. That's what makes this game so critical.
Moving away from pressure. Throwing on the run. Swatted away and broken up. A great play there by the DB. The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. He's brought down, but there's also a penalty marker down. Let's see what this is about. You got to give him room and let him catch the football, and if he's called for the fair catch, you just have to stay back. The give is to Taylor. He breaks a tackle. Makes a man miss. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. Right back to him on the ground. And he could not get loose on the run. Come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and short. Down to 2 minutes to play in the half, and the referees signal for the 2-minute timeout. Ball is at the 42-yard line, close to 4-down territory. Here's 3rd and short. To throw, it's Lindsey. Safe completion on the screen. Turning it on! He's stopped right at the 50-yard line, but they'll move the chains. It's first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line.
Listen, at this point, the end of the first half, you're trying to generate some points. First downs are the most important thing. So a really good job there converting on that 3rd. I love the decision by the quarterback. You kind of wonder, though, are they going to want to be a bit more aggressive and maybe start taking some more shots and attack?
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field.
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Here's Williams to throw. He'll pull it down and run. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37. Washington wants to go quickly.
Man, that's so frustrating, and it happens so fast. He just pulls it down. It looks like pass. He pulls it down, and he's gone. Just like that, chewing up yards, so much speed.
Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Caught in the backfield, it's Smith. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. The Gophers will take their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Sends it back in motion. Back to pass on second down. Fires to the right. Snags it. They will score. Touchdown, Minnesota.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
He holds it in, and nobody's close. Across the 50 and down and out of bounds at the 44. A good pickup on that one. That last play is the kind of thing the offense can really build some momentum on, and now they've got it 1st and 10 outside the 40. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Man, you get more and more hits on the QB like this right there, more and more making him scramble out of the pocket to the right. That's winning. He's going to start to see ghosts. He'll start to panic. He'll start to speed up that processor. Nice job by the defense making that quarterback feel very, very uncomfortable.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
Williams from the gun on 3rd down. Makes the grab. Inside the 30, down to the 29. Time is running short here in the first half. Washington stops the clock and uses its first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before that. And he throws another interception, his 3rd of the night. He goes down right there, but not before coming up with a big interception. Back to pass, it's Lindsey. Pulls it in, it's Helms. And he's just run out of bounds, maybe living to fight another day there. It'll be a loss on the play. The Golden Gophers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Defense storming into the back. Now, just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Might as well stick with him. They'll stop him short of the first down. It brings up 4th, but the defense doesn't have any timeouts and can't stop the clock. As we close in on halftime, a timeout is taken here. He gets a block. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Throwing, Williams. Makes the grab, it's Moss. It's loose. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. They drag him down pretty quickly, but the defense forced a big turnover. And they head to the locker room with 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
Guys, hard to believe we're a full month into the season. A lot of action in college football here in Week 4. We start with a look in on BYU in their matchup against the number 12 team, the Houston Cougars.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Golden Gophers will start this drive. The offense looks ready to roll. They had this lead to start the 3rd quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so
there he goes. Slips one guy, now he's loose. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. They'll ride the hot hand. Oh, my goodness, he's still moving. Got a little grass. Touchdown, Golden Gophers! He shed tackles right and left and housed it.
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the second level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear with his speed, he was gone.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. So this second half didn't exactly start the way they had hoped on defense, and now the offense will try to answer with a score of its own. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Williams. Under fire.
I tell you what, man, you better be looking at your puppy dog feet and seeing where they are, Palmer. You don't want to get back in that end zone and bad things happen when you get sacked.
I don't know if you want to even risk this quarterback having to hold on to the football very much.
Makes the grab right down the middle. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35. Washington coming to the line with another first down. Williams looking for a man. Working that left side now. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Williams on the play fake. Unloads to the wideout. Williams open on the right side. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42. Washington has a lot of things working, set up with another first down. Here's a give to Washington. He stopped at the 32, picks up 10 on the play and gets the first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Might be changing the route. Williams. He'll take a deep shot here. Pulls it in inside the 10. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, and they've got it 1st and goal. The Huskies go back to work after moving the chains through the air. They want to throw it. He wants it all. Touchdown, Washington. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. They go 83 yards on the drive, and the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Minnesota's offense takes the field to get this drive underway. That lead has dwindled down to 3 now to see if they have a response. Oh, he's got some space. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. Open the drive with a chunk play out past the 40, and they are in business on first down. Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Keeping it on the ground inside, it's Taylor. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. They'll snap it from the 48 on 3rd and short. They'll try to run for it. Plows through the defense. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. They say success rate can be picking up about 4 or so on first down, 1st and 10. Fighting off the defender. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Off play action. Grab behind the line. It's Turner. job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Lindsey. And they're not on the same page there.
Well, the ball hasn't hit the ground very often for this guy in this game, right? He's even still, after that incompletion, over 80% throwing, which is key. Because last game he was under 50% on his throws. He went back to work, worked on his fundamentals, and that's really showing up here.
They'll snap it from the 10 for the first play of this drive. They'll start on the ground with Washington. Hammers ahead for a yard out to the 12.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Pucks it out of the air. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Here's Williams to throw. Right down the middle. With the catch, it's Moss. They make the stop, but barely, and they might need to regroup as we have come to the end of the 3rd quarter. We reach the break. It's Minnesota holding the lead. We take a moment to look at the stats of what has been a tight ball game. They go back to work with a first down in the final period of this one. They'll move the tight end. Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the wideout. What a job to lay out and make the catch.
Well, that's another completion. This quarter,
they've got a first down here. What a start it's been to this season. We've got a great game here. Close ball game, 4th quarter. There's a crease. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with a first down.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or...
Got enough space. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up. So now the opportunity with a touchdown to take the lead. They'll try to run it with Washington. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Trying to barge in. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
well, and you see the sense of urgency now going up, right, David, on defense. You're creating a negative play with their backs up against the wall.
Everybody's selling out to stop the run. Nice job being a...
Tight end trying to get in. Touchdown, Washington. And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th. And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the 4th.
Well, I love the play call late in the 4th quarter now. You're just trying to get athletes in space. They throw it to him just short of the end zone, and he does the rest. And because of it, his team now has the lead.
Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. Got the quick completion. Could not make his way to the corner. And guys, that completion might have helped the old confidence, but it didn't help the down and distance. 2nd and 10 here. Taylor has it. Pushes ahead for 2. They'll mark it at the 17. Now facing a 3rd and long. Back to throw, it's Lindsey. Not quite in rhythm there, incomplete. And the Golden Gophers will punt it away on 4th down. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. And let's see what kind of ball plays this offense has ready. They'll start on the ground with Washington. Breaks into the open. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32. And the Huskies just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Give to Washington again. Not much there on the run. He gets one to the 31.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Throws to the back. Caught near the sticks. It's Washington. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one.
I think most offenses around the country in a situation like this with the lead late would be trying to run the football, right, or throw it short and try to bleed the clock. But this offense, man, it's still pedal to the metal. They're looking for chunk play opportunities.
The Gophers will take their first timeout. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. And he's in! Touchdown, Washington! They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a 2-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
Stopped at the 26, brought it out of the end zone, picked up an extra yard. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. Time is running short. They've let this game get away from them a little bit. They must get something done here to have a chance to pull it out late. The Golden Gophers want to pick up the tempo.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. Moving quickly, trying to rattle the D.
Well, if you're going to complete these in-breaking routes over the middle of the field, it's really important as a quarterback you don't stare the guy down and tip off where you're throwing the football. He's trying to freeze the safeties in this defense and then throws it on time. Accurate throw, nice pitch and catch.
Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Looking to throw, it's Lindsey. Unloads to the wideout. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running.
Man, I love the catch radius on this guy. If you just put it somewhere near his body, he's going to be able to reel it in. That was a
Got it! Stopped at the 3, but it'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal. He wants to throw it again. And it's grabbed for the late touchdown. And how about this? It's not over yet.
Well, the offense did their part. You're just trying to apply some pressure on the opponent, right? Yeah, right now, but if you can find a way to get the ball back with some time on the clock, they're within striking distance still to win this game.
He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done.
Well, here in the 4th quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
They'll start this drive at their own 48. They'll start on the ground with Washington. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Timeout taken by Minnesota. That's their 2nd. And now what will they come up with on this 2nd down play? Throwing, Williams. Oh, he drops it. That is a catch he makes 99 times out of 100, but it'll be 3rd down. And now this offense will try to figure out a way to move the chains after that 2nd down incompletion. How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple. Timeout called by the Golden Gophers, and that's their last one. Gives him a little time to dig deep in the play sheet and figure out what to do on 4th down. Williams to throw for it on 4th. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. The decision to go for it does not pan out. Looking to throw, it's Lindsey. Makes the grab on the left. Terrific job getting to him. There was nowhere to go. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. Second down coming. Back to pass.
Yeah, and this is the time where I'm a defense.
He lets one fly deep. It's complete. Touchdown, Minnesota. They've got the lead here in the fourth.
What a great job by this offense. And listen, I judge offenses by what they do in the clutch, in those big moments and right before the half, in the fourth quarter, late in the game, just like right here. You need a score. You got to go take the lead. They do everything they can. Now, defense, you're up. I need you to get me a stop.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Williams fires to the middle. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Here's the pressure. Brought down at the 33, but not before he gets 10. Washington stops the clock and uses its first timeout. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. To the air on first down. It's complete to the left. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work. Remember, all they have to do is get it close enough for a field goal here. Looking downfield on first down. A spectacular one-hand grab. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running.
And they've trusted him to throw the football all game. And I expect nothing to change whatsoever. They're going to put it on his back, or his arm, I guess you could say, and let him throw this team to victory. It's a close game, tight game.
He wants to go deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up.
Well, you know the defense felt freaked out on that one. You're in the fourth quarter, and you're lined up against one of the fastest players in all of college football. And they're taking a shot up top. You just hold on tight and hope for the best. And that time, they were able to force an incompletion.
Man, did he pay for it with that hit as he got rid of the ball.
And the defense has a big decision to make here. You've got the lead. It's late in the game, fourth quarter, critical fourth down. Are you going to sit back and play safe in coverage, or do you want to get aggressive and get after the quarterback here if you're anticipating pass?
Desperately wanted to convert on fourth down, but looks like the offense will just take a knee.